Alright, Marvel enthusiasts, let's dissect Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, shall we? Marvel, showcasing their brilliant creativity, decides to take us on a deep dive into Rocket's tragic past. Because nothing complements a superhero movie quite like a hearty dose of psychological trauma. It's like expecting a fun magic show and realizing the magician's actually delving into the existential crisis of existence. In this episode, we're going to unpack why certain folks didn't exactly warm up to this cinematic adventure. And while many reveled in the film's complexities, there's a crowd that wasn't thrilled. It's like they signed up for an action-packed joyride through the cosmos, only to end up on a therapy couch, unpacking the life and times of a space raccoon. Stay tuned because, believe it or not, a Marvel movie can be more than just spandex and explosions, and sometimes it's like accidentally reading the group chat where your friends forgot to invite you, a dark, humorous trip through emotional no man's land. Alright, let's have a big hand for Marvel, who bravely ventured into the gloomy territory with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and they really went all in with Rocket's backstory involving genetic experiments, animal cruelty, and the works. It's like they decided, hey, family movie night needs more existential crisis and ethical conundrums. Imagine settling in for a light-hearted space adventure and instead getting a crash course in sci-fi-flavored despair. It's almost as if they swapped the popcorn for a philosophy textbook and the laughs for a deep, introspective look into the abyss. Talk about a plot twist. Instead of heroes zipping around in space, we got a front row seat to Rocket's own tragic opera, complete with mad scientists and dubious ethics. It's like planning a trip to Disneyland and ending up in a haunted house, and some fans were about as thrilled as a pussycat in a bathtub. And a lot of people said they came for snappy comebacks and interstellar explosions, not to be dragged through a heart-wrenching saga of a raccoon's troubled past. It's like craving a cheesy pizza and getting served a salad with a side of guilt. Then the animal lovers joined the discussion, and what a scene it was. Rocket, a CGI creation, nonetheless became the center of a massive controversy. It was like Marvel threw a meat lover's barbecue at a vegetarian convention, and the film ignited more debates about animal ethics than a university ethics seminar, showcasing how some viewers couldn't separate CGI fiction from real-life concerns. Their reactions transformed Rocket's digital drama into a major talking point, proving that even in a world of make-believe, sensitive topics can evoke strong, real-world reactions. Marvel's really outdone themselves with a balancing act in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. It's like they're juggling a grenade and a cupcake, and on one side, Rocket's backstory is darker than a black hole, and on the other, we've got space battles that are more explosive than a New Year's Eve fireworks show. It's like showing up for a regular pet adoption day, thinking you're getting a cute raccoon, but instead you find Rocket Raccoon, armed and brooding over his troubled past. Consider it Marvel's mix of 1 part fluffy animal, 2 parts heavy existential baggage, and a sprinkle of space battles, and who knew adopting a pet could involve an intergalactic therapy session. Let's not forget the High Evolutionary, who was Marvel's poster child for how not to play God. His envy, manipulation, and obsession with control reflect real-life issues, and it's as if Marvel decided to give us a crash course in human flaws, packaged in a sci-fi wrapper. Rocket's story becomes a profound commentary on identity, resilience, and the quest for meaning in a universe that's as chaotic as it is vast. So what do you think? Did Marvel knock it out of the park, or did they send us spiraling into a vortex of feels? I'm curious about your take on this cosmic roller coaster of emotions. Watching the movie felt like every laugh turned out to be the beginning of a deep, soul-searching journey. Imagine sitting there, laughing at Star-Lord's witty remarks or Drax's sarcastic jokes, and suddenly you find yourself diving into a sea of existential thoughts. One moment it was all thrilling space adventures, and then the next, viewers were reflecting on the complex emotional layers of these cosmic misfits. The film took you from enjoying their light-hearted antics to contemplating profound themes of friendship, loss, and identity. But until we meet again, keep your eyes on the cosmos, and you might want to have your therapist number handy just in case Marvel decides to hit us with another emotional asteroid.